Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EURUSD. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Greetings everybody guys, today again we will take a look at the euro currency. Here just a few moments is forming right now that we need to pay attention to. So you know that today will be the very important Ms. May press conference where she will speak on perspective of the Brexit and the procedures that Great Britain should follow to complete this important step in the future of the Great Britain. So and market's a bit nervous around this event because based on the comments that she gave previously, it's mostly suggested that she is the follower of the hard Brexit procedure, so she did not want to be somehow one half step out and half step in European Union. So she would like to make this procedure completely final. So she even has spoken on the protecting of the borders of the Great Britain and so on. So it's mean that the degree of the isolation of the separation from the European Union of the Great Britain probably she would like to lead right to some moment of the totally independent country. So we could say it in the term of the geopolitical sphere. From the economical point of view, she also has spoken about some really changing the situation with the economical sphere of the European Union. So markets right now expect not really very positive comments on the Brexit and how it will turn. That's why, as you can see, Great British Pound yesterday has opened with a solid gap down, and right now it even just can't complete it, so can't close this gap. So this mostly stands an idea with our short-term targets that we have specified last week on the Great British Pound. So you probably remember we have on the daily chart the butterfly. So we could see it, market has this target. That action was a bit choppy, but I think that sooner or later, but these targets will be completed. Maybe even today's market will not able to. If Ms. May will confirm and support the previous view, so rhetoric will be with the same manner. So probably Great British Pound also could continue move down. But today I would like to talk mostly on the euro currency. Why? Because here we have very interesting behavior that could shed some light on the perspective of the euro currency. So take a look. Yesterday, in the weekly research, we have spoken about the reaching of this resistance, and that market mostly stands still inside the initial swing of the retracement here. Also, the weekly bearish grabber has been formed last week, but we have come to conclusion that the grabber on the weekly chart is the good point for the bears. But we still need to see some signs of the reversal. So we need to see some minor patterns that will show that upward retracement is over and market is ready to continue move down. And here, guys, there's some difficulties around this moment because currently the euro currency doesn't show these signs. And what is even look bullish is that euro currency stubbornly stand below right under this resistance. Usually the consolidation under resistance level happens when market is standing and stands in preparation for the possible upward breakout. Besides, here, guys, with this moment, we have estimated that market will not follow the previous sequence of the one leg retracement. So as it was previously, as you can see, this market shows retracement, dropping, retracement, dropping, and so on. Here, guys, we have made the conclusion that market has turned to the two-leg retracement, and that suggests some further prediction here. Another reason why we think that retracement really could happen is because 108.25 area is the area with the yearly pivot point that has been tested yet. Also, that's next major traded resistance, 108 40 area. But due to all these moments, we think that the upward continuation really could happen, especially if you will see what we would like to show you on the intraday chart. So take a look on the 4-hour time frame chart. On the 4-hour time frame chart, we have the major pattern in progress. That's the butterfly. And what is very interesting is that 1618 target of this butterfly stands right at the same area, 10840 area. This is this daily resistance area, yearly pivot point. But it's not all yet. So take a look at the action that we see with this butterfly. Very solid upward acceleration here. ABCD minor retracement acceleration again. Right now on today's session, you can see inside of the flag that we have talked about in the weekly research, this market also shows some upward bounce. Also take a look what has happened. On the beginning of the week, market has tested weekly pivot point, bounce up, right now stands above it. Also market stands above the monthly pivot point. That's why we suggest that currently we do not see any real bearish signs that we talked about. So although we said that let's keep an eye on the possible signs of the failure. The possible first signs of the failure could become if market has dropped below this flag, dropping the support and dropping below weekly pivot point, and we said, guys, that could become the first sign the retracement is over. But instead of that, take a look what we have. Market is calling, forming the consolidation flag pattern right above this natural support resistance there. So it has broken up. Now it's consolidating. And also it stands in the consolidation right below the resistance. So usually when market forms flag below resistance, it means that, as I said, it's preparing for upward breakout. So that's why we will be watching for flag pattern here. Next destination point that probably could be hit even today, based on during the comments of May maybe. So this target. So we have an inner ABCD pattern, AB equals CD. Okay, and by the way, market already stands above the minor 618 target here. So it has tested it. This was the minor 618 retracement. Now market stands above it, so it's half road to the 100% extension. And take a look. That will be the first butterfly extension. So this will be 127 extension of the butterfly. So very nice resistance. Also, guys, will be probably daily everybody. That's why our next target will stand at 107.35 area, and maybe even market will hit it today. Who knows? So just as a conclusion to our today's video, that currently, guys, we do not see any bearish signs, real signs of the bearish behavior, bearish reversal on intraday charts. But we need these signs before taking any short position, despite that we have the grabber on the weekly chart. Grabber on the weekly chart is not sufficient. You need to see the reversal on intraday charts. The market really confirms by the price action appearing with the grabber. So even we could say even the opposite thing, that market right now mostly shows the bullish behavior. The signs of this bullish behavior is the consolidation below resistance, forming the potentially bullish flag pattern. That market stands above both pivots, weekly and monthly pivots, and it shows the upward acceleration inside the butterfly. So we see here fast action, EBC retracement, again fast action, right now again fast action. So that's why we think that's not time to take any short position. Instead of that, market could follow to the next upside targets. That in general agrees with our first idea that market really has turned to the two-leg upside retracement. That's why we think that reaching of the 108.40 area is still possible, at least currently. Euro currency holds all bullish patterns and general upward action very well. We do not see any flaws yet here, that something's going wrong, that something shows the weakness, and probably inability that market will not reach the 108.40 area. We do not see these signs yet. So let's see what will happen around this flag and around this resistance. So if market will break this flag down, that will be another story. But right now, as market stands inside it and in general forms the bullish patterns that suggest further upward action, we think that we need to follow these patterns, and it's not time yet to think about going short.